Today I wanted to talk to you about inheritance and estate taxes because that's an incredibly important topic. You don't want to pay too much to Uncle Sam unless you absolutely don't have to. If you have any questions on this, you can go to my website, www.legionlawpllc.com. You can schedule a free consultation over the phone and we can chat about taxes and make sure that you are saving your money as much as you can. So in Texas, the good news is that we're pretty anti-tax. We don't like taxes in Texas. Taxes in Texas, that's quite the phrase. But nonetheless, it's true. There are many different types of taxes in other states that are not in Texas. So that is great news because I don't like paying taxes personally. But that's besides the point. So there are two types of main taxes that we are concerned with in the estate planning world after someone has already passed away. Namely, we look at the estate tax and we look at the inheritance tax. So the estate tax is what the estate, or the collective pile of everything that a deceased person owns, that's the estate. What taxes does that estate have to pay because they're above a certain amount? The inheritance tax, on the other hand, is what the children or the wife or anyone else is going to have to pay if they inherit something from an estate. So, two types of taxes. What are we talking about when it comes to Texas, at least? Taxes in Texas. The first one is going to be inheritance tax. The great news is that there is no inheritance tax whatsoever in Texas. You could receive $120 million in an inheritance from, your great uncle you never talked to, and you wouldn't pay a penny in taxes. So that's fantastic because that would be quite a bit to pay if you had an inheritance tax to pay. I think there's like 8 states currently in all the union that forces an inheritance tax. I can't speak to what their thresholds are, but it would not be fun to have to pay those taxes. So don't even worry about inheritance taxes in Texas. The second is the estate tax, and that the estate tax is actually set by the federal government. Texas has no control over the estate tax. Texas has no estate tax of its own. Only the federal government does in this circumstance. Now, there are some states where they have a state estate tax and then they have a federal government estate tax to add on top. It's just an insult to injury at that point. But in Texas, there's only one to worry about, the federal government one. And at least in Texas, right now, as of 2024, you have $13.6 million, 13.5, something like that. So if you are below that threshold, if your estate, everything that you own is below that threshold at the time of your passing, you're fine. You don't pay a penny in taxes. So that's the great news. If you're above that, it's not so great because any penny above that $13.6 million threshold is going to get taxed at around 40%, which is pretty dang hefty. That's quite a bit of a tax. Now, there are ways to get around it. You can create ILETs. You can create all sorts of different legal structures out there that will pay the taxes for you or reduce the amount of taxes you owe. At the end of the day, those are kind of more complicated and certainly videos for a different time, but that is the overall explanation of estate tax and inheritance tax. So if you have any questions on the taxes and how to lower your tax bill to the greatest extent that you can, or really anything else about estate planning, feel free to reach out to me directly, Derek, D-E-R-E-K, at legionlawpllc.com, or go to my website, www.legionlawpllc.com, go to the Contact Us page, and schedule for a free call as a consultation. So thank you so much for watching and have a great day.